When you find out your family is in Hawaii without you. Cut to your shocked/disappointed reaction in real time. They didn't even tell me. I just saw it on social media. What? Cut to a close-up of your face still in shock. At first I thought it was a joke. Maybe I missed a text? Maybe they told me and I just forgot. Quick montage of you checking your messages, scrolling frantically, shaking your head. Nope. Nothing. Not a single message. Zoom in on the phone screen, showing their happy vacation posts. Meanwhile, they're out there sipping cocktails, living their best lives. And me? Sitting here, finding out like some random stranger. Dramatic pause, deep breath. So, what do you do when your own family forgets to invite you on a trip? Do I text them? Do I call them out in the comments? Or do I just book my own ticket and show up unannounced? Text on screen. Keep watching. This story gets wild. Cut to a close-up of your face, eyes wide in shock, jaw slightly open. A long pause for effect. Wait, what? Fast cut to your phone screen, scrolling through Instagram stories. Family smiling on a beach, clinking glasses, group selfies. No. Freaking way. Cut back to your reaction, blinking in disbelief. At first I thought maybe they just forgot to tell me. Maybe I missed a text? Maybe they sent an invite, and I somehow didn't see it. Montage. You frantically scrolling through messages, checking your inbox, opening and closing apps. Shaking your head. Nope. Nothing. Not a single word. Dramatic pause. Eyes narrowing as realization sets in. They planned a whole trip, flights, hotels, activities, and somehow I wasn't even a thought? Flashback montage. Clips of you and your family laughing together. Birthday celebrations, inside jokes. Voiceover in a nostalgic, slightly bitter tone. I thought we were close. I really did. Cut to you staring blankly at the phone, voice deadpan. Meanwhile, they're out there sipping pina coladas, living their best lives. And me? Sitting here, learning about it like a stranger on the internet. Zoom in on the phone screen. Your sister's caption reads, "Family trip. Desert Island, red heart." Text overlay, "Excuse me. Family trip?" Eyes cut back to you squinting at the screen, sarcasm kicking in. Oh, so I guess I don't qualify as family anymore? Cool, love that for me. Beat, dramatic sigh, staring into the distance. So now I have 3 options. Montage of exaggerated choices. Option 1. You typing an angry text, dramatic music. Cut to message sent. Hey, thanks for the invite. Oh wait, never mind. Have fun. Thumbs up. Option 2. You fake laughing. Adding a sarcastic comment on their post. Wow, must be nice. Face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy. Option 3. You pulling up flight prices on your laptop, raising an eyebrow. Or do I just book a flight and crash the party? Smirking face. Text on screen. What would you do? Because trust me, this story is far from over. Eyes, cue cliffhanger music, fade to black. Text on screen. When you find out your family is in Hawaii without you. Cut to a close-up of your face, eyes wide in shock, jaw slightly open. A long pause for effect. Wait, what? Fast cut to your phone screen, scrolling through Instagram stories. Family smiling on a beach, clinking glasses, group selfies. No. Freaking way. Cut back to your reaction, blinking in disbelief. At first I thought maybe they just forgot to tell me. Maybe I missed a text? Maybe they sent an invite, and I somehow didn't see it. Montage. You frantically scrolling through messages, checking your inbox, opening and closing apps. Shaking your head. Nope. Nothing. Not a single word. Dramatic pause. Eyes narrowing as realization sets in. They planned a whole trip, flights, hotels, activities, and somehow I wasn't even a thought? Flashback montage. Clips of you and your family laughing together. Birthday celebrations, inside jokes. Voiceover in a nostalgic, slightly bitter tone. I thought we were close. I really did. Cut to you staring blankly at the phone, voice deadpan. Meanwhile, they're out there sipping pina coladas, living their best lives. And me? Sitting here, learning about it like a stranger on the internet. Zoom in on the phone screen. Your sister's caption reads, "Family trip. Desert Island red heart. Text overlay, excuse me. Family trip? Eyes. Cut back to you squinting at the screen, sarcasm kicking in. Oh, so I guess I don't qualify as family anymore? Cool, love that for me. Beat, dramatic sigh staring into the distance. So now I have 3 options. Montage of exaggerated choices. Option 1. You typing an angry text, dramatic music. Cut to message sent. Hey, thanks for the invite. Oh wait, never mind. Have fun. Thumbs up. Option 2. You fake laughing. Adding a sarcastic comment on their post. Wow, must be nice. Face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy. Option 3. You pulling up flight prices on your laptop, raising an eyebrow. Or, do I just book a flight and crash the party? Text on screen. What would you do? Because trust me, this story is far from over. Cue cliffhanger music, fade to black. Fade in from black. Slow zoom on your face still staring at the phone screen. The silence lingers. A deep breath. Okay, so, my entire family is currently in Hawaii, soaking up the sun, drinking cocktails, taking group pictures, and not a single one of them thought to even mention it to me. A pause. Blink. Exhale. You know what? Fine. Let's break this down. Cut to a shot of you grabbing a notepad and dramatically flipping to a blank page. The camera zooms in as you write in bold letters. Why? Option 1. Maybe it was an accident. Maybe somehow they all just forgot to tell me. Like, oh no, we totally meant to invite you, we just, oops. Cut to a sarcastic close-up of you raising an eyebrow. Yeah, because booking flights, hotels, and activities for months just happens so fast that you forget about an entire human being. Cross out accident on the notepad. Option 2. Maybe they thought I wouldn't want to go. Maybe they assumed I was busy or had other plans. Cut to a clip of you sitting in sweatpants, eating chips, scrolling through Netflix. Yeah, super busy. Clearly. Cross out too busy on the notepad. Option 3. They just didn't want me there. Pause. A beat of silence. The tension lingers. You stare at the words on the paper, then slowly look back up at the camera. Nah. There's no way, right? Right. Quick montage of you pacing the room, running your hands through your hair, flipping through messages again as if expecting something to magically appear. I mean, my sister's fiancé's family got invited. Even the fiancé's little cousin is in the pictures. And me? Nowhere to be found. A close-up of your face, slowly shifting from confusion to realization. Okay, you know what? Enough sitting around. Enough questioning. If they won't give me answers, I'll get them myself. Cut to a dramatic montage, you throwing clothes into a suitcase, pulling up flight tickets on your laptop, typing something aggressively into your phone. The tension builds. The music intensifies. Final shot. You staring into the camera, suitcase handle in hand. Hawaii, here I come. Blackout. Text on screen to be continued. Musical note. Fade in from black. A plane engine roars in the background. The camera focuses on a close-up of your boarding pass. Destination Honolulu, Hawaii. Cut to your face sitting in the airport, hoodie up, sunglasses on, sipping overpriced coffee. Your voiceover is calm. Almost too calm. I don't know if this is the craziest thing I've ever done, but it's definitely up there. Flashback montage. You hitting purchase ticket on your laptop. The credit card charge processing. You stuffing clothes into a suitcase in a frenzy. A Google search. How to crash a family vacation without looking desperate. The way I see it, I had 2 choices. Sit at home, refreshing their vacation posts like some forgotten side character, or take matters into my own hands. Cut to you walking through the airport, slow motion dramatic music swelling. You're on a mission. Now, do I have a plan? No. Do I know how they're going to react when I show up? Also no. But what I do know is that I didn't just drop $800 on this flight to turn back now. Cut to airplane window. Bright blue sky, fluffy clouds. You staring out deep in thought. Best case scenario? They see me freak out, apologize for forgetting me, and suddenly I'm part of the vacation. Worst case? I get the most awkward family reunion of all time and a really good story to tell. Cut to plane landing. The seatbelt sign dings. You grip the armrest. Here goes nothing. Fast-paced montage, you stepping off the plane, collecting your luggage, looking around, realizing you have no idea where they are. Alright. Step 1, find them. Step 2, figure out what the hell I'm gonna say. Cut to your phone screen. You scroll through Instagram stories. A new post. Your sister's fiancé's mom tapped at a fancy beachfront restaurant. Bingo. Cut to you hopping into a taxi, eyes locked on the address. The driver asks if you're meeting friends. You glance at the camera. Something like that. Final shot. You stepping out of the car, looking up at the restaurant. Deep breath. Music cuts. Blackout. Text on screen. What happens next you won't believe. Fade in from black. The soft sound of ocean waves in the distance. The camera follows you as you step out of the taxi, adjusting your bag, looking up at the glowing lights of the beachfront restaurant. The laughter of happy vacationers fills the air. The contrast is almost too much. People clinking glasses, servers weaving between tables, the distant strum of a live ukulele performance. And then there it is. The table. Their table. The camera zooms in. Your family is sitting there, drinks in hand mid-conversation, glowing from the Hawaiian sun. Your sister is showing something on her phone, your mom is laughing, your dad is listening intently to whatever story the fiancé's dad is telling. It looks like the perfect family dinner, except of course for the fact that you were never supposed to be here. You take a slow step forward, heart pounding in your chest. What exactly are you supposed to say? Do you walk up casually, pretending like this isn't the most awkward thing in the world? Do you make a scene? Do you wait for them to notice you first? You swallow hard. It's too late to back out now. Another step. Then another. The hostess at the front gives you a questioning glance, probably wondering if you're lost. You shake your head slightly and keep going. And then your sister looks up. She freezes. Her drink halfway to her lips. Her eyes go wide. She nudges your mom. Your mom follows her gaze. And suddenly, just like that, the entire table falls silent. For a moment nobody speaks. They just stare. Eyes flicker between each other. Then back to you like a collective unspoken what the hell is passing between them. You stop just a few feet away, arms crossed, trying to keep your expression neutral. You raise an eyebrow. Surprise. Your sister's mouth opens, then closes, then opens again like she's trying to find the right words. Your mom blinks rapidly, looking at your dad as if he might have an answer for why you're standing in front of them. The fiancé's family looks deeply uncomfortable, exchanging small nervous glances. Nobody moves. Nobody says a word. The tension is suffocating. Finally, your dad clears his throat, shifting in his seat. He tries for a smile, but it comes out forced, awkward. Hey, we didn't know you were coming. You let out a short, humorless laugh, tilting your head. Yeah, I figured. Another heavy pause. Your mom sits up a little straighter, finally finding her voice. Sweetheart, this is unexpected. How did you even get here? You shrugged, setting your bag down next to a chair that should have been yours from the start. Oh, you know, the usual. Saw my entire family on vacation without me. Booked a last-minute flight, spent way too much money, landed a few hours ago. No big deal. Your sister shifts uncomfortably in her seat. The fiancé's mom looks like she desperately wants to disappear into her cocktail. Your mom fidgets with her napkin, avoiding your eyes. Look, it's not what you think, she says quickly. You scoff, crossing your arms tighter. Oh really? Because from where I'm standing it looks exactly like what I think. Your sister finally speaks up, her voice softer, like she knows there's no good way to explain this. We were going to tell you. You let out another sharp laugh, shaking your head. Yeah? When? After you got back? Maybe send me a nice little souvenir? Hey, we had the best time in Hawaii. Wish you could have been there? Your dad sighs, rubbing his forehead. The discomfort at the table is so thick you could cut it with a knife. Nobody has an answer. Nobody can have an answer because there isn't one that makes this okay. You glance at the empty chair. The one that should have been yours. Then back at them. They can't even look at you now. You take a deep breath, steadying yourself. And then, you know what? I'm here now. So where's my seat? Blackout. Text on screen to be continued. Musical note. Fade in from black. The restaurant hums around you. Glasses clinking, waves rolling in the distance, the soft strum of a ukulele floating through the air. But at this table, there's nothing but silence. The weight of your words lingers thick and undeniable. Your family exchanges glances, searching for some kind of unspoken agreement on how to handle this. But there is no plan. No exposé. No easy way out. They never expected you to be standing here, demanding a place that should have been yours from the start. You let the moment stretch, savoring their discomfort. Your sister shifts in her seat, looking down at her lap. Your mom keeps fidgeting with the corner of her napkin, a nervous habit she's had for as long as you can remember. Your dad exhales slowly, his jaw tightening. The fiancé's family? They might as well be wishing for the earth to swallow them whole. You almost feel bad for them. Almost. And then your mom does what she always does when things get tense. She pastes on a shaky smile. Trying to smooth things over like this isn't the most awkward, uncomfortable situation in the history of family vacations. Sweetheart, of course, there's a seat for you. She gestures toward the empty chair, the one no one had even thought to save for you. And for a second you just look at it. You look at the space you should have already had. The space you had to fight for. You could sit down. You could pretend like everything's fine, like you didn't just travel thousands of miles for an answer no one wants to give you. Or you could do something else. A slow smirk tugs at the corner of your lips. You tilt your head slightly, eyes flicking between them. You know what? No. The reaction is immediate. Your mom blinks, confused, your dad tenses. Your sister's mouth opens slightly like she's about to say something but stops herself. The fiancé's family collectively holds their breath. They weren't expecting that. You take a step back, stretching your arms out like you're weighing your options. See, I came all this way thinking I needed to sit at this table. That I needed to squeeze myself into a space that clearly wasn't meant for me. But looking at all of you now, I don't think I want to spend my first night in Hawaii in total awkward silence, pretending like this isn't completely messed up. Your sister flinches. Good. At least she has the decency to feel bad about it. So, I think I'll go find my own table. Your mom sits up straighter, reaching out slightly. Wait, honey, let's just talk. You raise a hand, stopping her mid-sentence. Your voice stays light, almost casual, but there's an unmistakable edge to it. Oh, don't worry, I'll be around. I mean, I did just fly all the way here. Might as well make the most of it, right? You flash them a smile that doesn't reach your eyes, then turn on your heel and walk away. You don't rush. You don't look back. You let them sit there in the mess they created. Let them feel the weight of your absence the way you felt theirs. The camera follows you as you make your way across the restaurant, passing by tables filled with strangers who didn't leave anyone behind. The warm Hawaiian breeze catches your hair. A server glances up at you as you approach the bar, and you flash them a grin. One Mai Tai, please. Extra pineapple. They nod, setting to work, and you lean against the bar, finally exhaling. For the first time since landing, you feel something close to satisfaction. Maybe you didn't get the confrontation you expected. Maybe you didn't get a neat, packaged apology. But you got something. And this? This is just the beginning. Final shot. You lifting your drink, clinking it lightly against the glass of a stranger who raises theirs in return. The ocean stretches behind you, endless and free. A smirk plays on your lips as you take a sip, eyes gleaming with something dangerous. Something that says, game on. Blackout. Text on screen to be continued. And trust me, it only gets better. Musical note. Fade in from black. The rhythmic crash of waves. The warm glow of tiki torches flickering against the deepening night sky. The restaurant hums behind you, but you don't turn back. You don't check to see if your family is still watching you. Because for the first time in the last 24 hours, they don't matter. Not right now. Right now it's just you, a cold Mai Tai in your hand, and the open-air bar where no one knows who you are or why you're here. And honestly, that's exactly what you need. You take a slow sip, letting the sweet, tropical flavor settle on your tongue. The bartender, a guy with some bleached hair and an easy smile, glances at you as he wipes down the counter. First night in Hawaii? You huff out a small laugh, shaking your head slightly. Something like that. He smirks, placing a bowl of macadamia nuts in front of you. Like he already knows there's more to the story. Like he's seen 100 versions of this before. Tourists running from something. Looking for an escape in overpriced cocktails and ocean views. You pop a nut into your mouth, chewing slowly, letting the salt and crunch ground you. You here alone? The question isn't loaded. Not in the way your family's silence was. It's just casual curiosity. But something about the way he asks it makes you pause, rolling the words over in your mind. Because technically, no, you weren't supposed to be alone. But here you are. Yeah, you say finally, setting your glass down with a soft clink. Looks like I am. He nods like he gets it. Maybe he does. Maybe that's the best thing about being somewhere new. No expectations, no baggage. Just a fresh start. Before he can say anything else, there's a movement to your right. A woman slides onto the stool next to you, setting her own drink down with a sigh. She's probably in her late 20s, sun-kissed skin, an effortless beachy glow. The kind of person who looks like she was made for island life. She glances at you, then at your drink, then back at you. Rough night. You let out a breathy laugh, swirling the ice in your glass. You have no idea. She raises an eyebrow, intrigued, tilting her head slightly. Try me. You study her for a moment. There's something easy about her, something open. And maybe it's the exhaustion from the flight, or the leftover adrenaline from storming away from that table, or the fact that you just really don't want to think about your family right now. But before you know it, the words are spilling out. So imagine this, you're scrolling through Instagram just minding your own business when suddenly boom. There's your entire family, on a surprise vacation in Hawaii. A vacation you knew nothing about. A vacation you were never invited to. She lets out a low whistle, shaking her head. No way. Oh yeah. And it gets better. I booked a last-minute flight, showed up unannounced, walked straight into their fancy dinner, and you know what they said? Oh, we didn't know you were coming. Like I just happened to be in the neighborhood. She bursts out laughing, full and genuine, like she can't believe what she's hearing. That's insane. What did you do? You take another sip, smirking slightly over the rim of your glass. Told them I'd find my own table. She grins, lifting her drink in a mock toast. Respect. You clink glasses, the tension in your chest loosening just a little. Maybe tonight isn't completely ruined. Maybe this trip doesn't have to be about them at all. The bartender leans in slightly, clearly invested now. So what's the plan? Then crash their whole vacation or make your own? You exhale, glancing out at the dark stretch of ocean. The endless possibilities reflected in its waves. You could spend the next few days chasing your family, demanding an explanation that won't change anything. Or you could let it go. You could turn this into something else. Something that's yours. You set your glass down, the hint of a smile playing at your lips. I think I'll figure it out in the morning. The woman next to you raises an eyebrow, a knowing glint in her eye. Well, if you're looking for a distraction, I know a place. Way more fun than sitting here thinking about them. You glance at her, considering. You could say no. You could go back to your hotel, stew in your emotions, replay the dinner scene over and over in your head. Or you could do something completely unexpected. You grab your drink, draining the last of it before setting it down with finality. Then you turn to her, the decision already made. Lead the way. Final shot. You standing up, stepping away from the bar, leaving behind the weight of everything that brought you here. The camera lingers on the untouched empty chair at your family's table in the background before panning back to you. Walking into the night. The music swells, a new energy in the air. Because this is where the real trip begins. Blackout. Text on screen to be continued. And trust me, it only gets wilder. Musical note. You groan, rolling over, pulling the pillow over your head. Last night was a lot. The random adventure with your new friend? Absolutely worth it. But now reality is knocking. And by reality, you mean your family blowing up your phone. You finally grab your phone, scrolling through the messages. Mobile phone with Arrow Mom. Sweetheart, can we talk? Please call me. Mobile phone with Arrow Dad. We need to discuss this. Mobile phone with Arrow Sister. Look, I know you're mad, but can you just hear us out? You let out a slow breath, staring at the screen. Do you respond? Do you ignore them? Or do you make them sweat a little longer? Thought balloon, inner monologue. Oh, so now they want to talk? Now that I'm actually here. You toss the phone aside and stretch, glancing toward the open balcony doors. The ocean sparkles under the morning sun. And suddenly you decide, you didn't fly all this way just to sit in your room reading half-baked apologies. Cut to you throwing on a swimsuit, grabbing sunglasses and stepping out onto the beach. A text notification pops up at the top of the screen. Mobile phone with arrow unknown number. Hey, early morning surf session. You in? Thought balloon. You smirk. Looks like last night's new friend has good timing. Quick montage. You walking along the beach, the water lapping at your feet. A few surfers catching waves. The breeze in your hair. For the first time in days you feel free. Just as you're about to respond to the text, a shadow falls over you. A voice cuts through the sound of the waves. I was wondering if I'd run into you. You turn. Your sister. She's standing there looking half guilty, half nervous, like she doesn't know whether to smile or brace for impact. The camera zooms in on your face, unreadable. Thought balloon. Inner monologue. Well, this should be interesting. Blackout. Text on screen. Oh, you thought this was over? Think again. Musical note. Thought balloon. Inner monologue. So, after avoiding me all night, she finally decides to show up. Let's see what excuse she's got. You cross your arms, tilting your head slightly. Did you get lost on your way to another family activity I wasn't invited to? Her face falls. She sighs, tucking a loose strand of hair behind her ear. Okay. I deserved that. Beat. You say nothing. Let her squirm. Look, I swear we didn't plan to leave you out. It just happened. You raise an eyebrow, unimpressed. Oh, it just happened? Like a random accident? Like booking flights, hotels, activities, and making an entire group chat without me was just a little oopsie. She groans, rubbing her temples, clearly frustrated but knowing she has no way out. Feeny. You're right. It was messed up. But it wasn't my idea. Mom and Dad. You hold up a hand, stopping her. Oh, please. Don't throw them under the bus. You were all in on it. You all made the choice not to tell me. She hesitates. And then, the moment of truth, she finally looks at you, really looks at you, and you see it. The guilt. The regret. The unspoken words hanging between you. We thought you wouldn't come. Your stomach tightens. That wasn't what you expected. Thought balloon. Inner monologue. Wait. What? What do you mean you thought I wouldn't come? She shifts uncomfortably, toes digging into the sand. You've been distant. Ever since. She stops, hesitates, then shakes her head. I don't know. Lately it just felt like you had your own life, your own thing going on. Mom thought maybe you wouldn't even want to come, and She exhales. I didn't fight her on it. Thought balloon. Inner monologue. So that's it. That's the real reason. For a second you don't know what to say. You think back, have you been distant? Maybe. But that doesn't justify this. So instead of asking me, instead of giving me the choice, you all just left me out? It wasn't supposed to be like that, she says softly. You shake your head, looking away. The waves crash at your feet. The ocean stretches endlessly ahead. And suddenly it hits you, you have a choice now. You can stay angry, hold on to the bitterness, or you can let go. Not for them. For you. You take a deep breath, then exhale, rolling your shoulders back. You know what? Whatever. I'm here now. And I'm not wasting this trip. Her brows furrow. Wait, so you're not leaving? You smirk, shaking your head. Are you kidding? I already paid for this trip myself. I might as well enjoy it. Her lips twitch like she wants to smile but isn't sure if she should. So, does that mean you'll hang out with us? You raise an eyebrow. Oh no. You guys have your little family trip. I'll be over here making my own fun. She groans, rubbing her face. Ugh, you're so dramatic. You grin. And you're so predictable. A pause. And then for the first time since this whole mess started, she actually laughs. Okay. But maybe later we get drinks? Just us. You pretend to think about it, then shrug. We'll see. She nods, accepting that this is the best she's going to get right now. Then after a beat, she turns to go. Just before she walks away, you call out. Oh, and tell Mom and Dad I'll see them when I see them. She groans, waving you off. You chuckle, shaking your head, before turning back toward the ocean. The water glistens, inviting, full of possibility. You glance down at your phone. Mobile phone with arrow, unknown number. Surf session in 10. You coming? A slow grin spreads across your face. Oh hell yeah. Final shot. You tossing your phone in your bag. Running toward the waves. Leaving everything else behind. Blackout. Text on screen. Sometimes the best family vacations are the ones you take for yourself. Musical note sparkles. If this video hurt you, don't keep it to yourself. Send it to those who will understand.